Hi, I'm Don Paulo. Thank you for joining me here at my clinic. I'm super excited to be talking about one of my passions, hyperbaric oxygen therapy. I believe there's a global education movement happening, a shift towards a more functional and holistic approach to health and healing. I choose to promote wellness from a much more empowering mindset. Simply give the body more of what it wants and needs to help it build strength, immunity, and resilience. Presently, as far as the science has come, we're only beginning to uncover the potential of this treatment. The last 5 to 10 years, the research has come on really strong, showing that it's worth looking into. There's a reason why elite athletes such as LeBron James, Tom Brady, Russell Wilson are using this treatment, to high-profile celebrities such as John Travolta, Justin Bieber, Michael Jackson, Keanu Reeves. There's a hyperbaric facility in all major healing institutes in the world. Oxygen is the building block of life. It's essential for recovery, wellness, and vitality. At the very core of this treatment, we're using pressure and oxygen to fully saturate every cell in your body with O2. The most recent Nobel Prize for Physiology and Medicine went to the doctors who showed that oxygen levels can affect genetic expression in our body. This concept seems a little obvious at first, but it can show how little we really understand certain fundamental concepts that affect our body. The recent research also shows that this can play a role in things as wound healing, stroke, concussions, cancer therapy to fertility, athletic performance, and even anti-aging. The best part about this treatment is that it's very safe, it's non-invasive, and depending on where you go, it can be quite affordable. Taking a step back, I graduated as a registered nurse over 6 years ago. I started in the Vancouver downtown east side at the Dr. Peter Center, really the heart of poverty and drug addiction in Vancouver. At the same time, I was working at Royal Columbian Hospital. I was filled with a lot of good intentions post-grad, really enthusiastic, and I wanted to change the world and help everybody I met. So I was super young and naive. What really struck me early on was just how dysfunctional and inefficient the system was. In the downtown east side, I was struck with the reality of how a poverty and destructive mindset really marginalized a large portion of the community. In the hospital, I realized how inefficient and really it was the opposite of how I myself would design a healing space. There was also a personal, mental, and physical toll that it took on me, so it didn't take long for me to become really dissatisfied with that version of nursing, that clinical and community setting. In the hospital especially, what I found was that there was quite a bit of waste of good resources and good intentions and just a dysfunctional system that didn't align with my own values and beliefs. That experience was really good for me though, because it really forced me and asked me myself to define not only what I wanted out of my life, but out of my career and how I wanted to give back. Being exposed to the system, it gave me the courage to really realize that I needed to, step away from that side, step out of the box, and find where I really fit in the grand scheme of things. So I decided to go into business and functional health and specialize in hyperbaric medicine. I was very fortunate to have met my mentor who started this business 10 years ago. He was dealing with some very serious health issues at the time, and he was given 6 months to live following a very serious end-stage liver disease diagnosis. The system had pretty much given up on him. His doctors said there was nothing more we can do for you. Go home and get your things in order. He had a choice to make at that time. He could have said, thank you, I've lived a good life, and gone quietly, or he could forge his own path. If there's one thing I really, really admire about him, it's his tenacity and his stubbornness. He kept learning, he kept fighting, and eventually he came across a few treatments that really helped turn his life around. And the big one was hyperbaric oxygen therapy. When I met him, he invited me to come up and try the treatment for myself for a couple of days. I ended up staying for a few months, and I was just amazed at some of the things that were happening, things I didn't even know were possible. And that inspired me to not only keep my mind open, but to keep educating myself further. There was a whole world of knowledge and healing techniques that I didn't even know existed. And I knew that they could really benefit a lot of my past patients and clients that I had met at the hospital and in the community. I really got involved once I did my own research and just tried to figure out what was actually happening in here. And there's really three main areas where hyperbaric is super effective. First off, it's a very potent anti-inflammatory agent. Secondly, it increases stem cell production dramatically. After one session, it can double, and after about 8 or so, it goes up by almost 800%. And over time, in a pressurized environment, it helps to revascularize areas of compromised areas. It'll literally help to regrow blood vessels. My mission is to help 1,000 people improve their well-being. I want to combine science, technology, holistic healing with business strategies. To my brothers and sisters, doctors, nurses, physios, care aides, everybody in the front line fighting the good fight, I have so much love and respect for you. I want to do what I can to make your practice a little bit easier and a little more fulfilling. I believe you have unique skills that can be honed and monetized, not only to improve your own life, but to increase the impact and the value you have in your community. We know the system isn't perfect, and instead of doing what I was doing for so long, which was either complaining or ignoring what was happening, I want to share everything I wish I was taught, both in school and was offered in the system itself. As you watch my content, I sincerely hope that it inspires and encourages just a few of you to dig a little deeper so that it can improve your state of health. So please comment, like, and subscribe, and I'll see you later.